One thing we would do also, like when we have big groups and some of that, and the kids, right, because they're my children, they come under stress, and because we're a high-profile family, then if we're in the public, then people come up, oh, you're the son, you're the pastor's sons, oh, you're the second king's son, oh, I want to take a picture, this kind of stuff, right? Sometimes people even try to give money, right, and stuff like that, and it's not because they're bad or something like that. It's just they're just trying to whatever. So what? Did I talk to this about our children? Of course I did. When they're young. So as a leader, it's like I give a debriefing to my team, right? Before we go on a mission, we go on an operation. I give a debriefing. I'm the commander. So I would get all the family together, and my kids would be middle school, elementary school, whatever. Mommy's there. Okay, I give a debriefing. All right, children, all right, kids. Tomorrow we got this and this at event. At that event, you may have a lot of people approaching you for pictures and blah, 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 and blah, 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 this and that. You may even have people trying to give you money. You don't take any money, right? If they try to say, oh, come here, just run away. It's when they're young, right? When they're young. Stuff like that. But I would warn them in advance. We did this with every. What does this require? This requires that the father is pre-planning. You are a leader. You understand? You have leadership, so you are pre-planning always. Before the operation or the mission or whatever task you're doing as a team, you have thought through it first. You visualized it. You pre-planned it. And now you are saying, okay, these are some of the obstacles we may encounter when we are there as a team. I want everybody to be aware of those things. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked by it. No need to overreact. Understand people's intentions are not bad, blah, 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 blah. You understand? So what I do, as the commander or as the leader, as the king and the priest, I'm debriefing my team. So that everybody can have a better time. Everybody's not shocked, and everybody is understanding what kind of social dynamics may exist, and not take things personal. Amen. You see what I'm saying? So, but you got to do this. This is leadership. You've got to provide this as your children grow. You've got to provide. If you don't debrief them on anything, and you just drag them into something, and they get hit left, right, sideways, they're going to be burnt out. They're going to get angry. They're going to be like, I hate this. I'm not going, like this kind of stuff. You got to get in the habit of debriefing your team. Trust me, they'll really appreciate it. Okay? And then because Daddy did that for our kids, when they raise their kids and they're growing up, now they are doing that to their kids. They are in a habit of explaining. They are doing that for their wives, for example. Like before we have big events, all my sons, they're kings in their home. All those sons, they're acting like the priests. Before we go do big event, they are having a debriefing with their wife and their family. And reminding them, okay, we're going to have a lot of people there. We're going to have this and that people. Everybody's going to shake your hand. Everybody's going to this and that. Everybody's going to do this, everything, okay? You're mentally preparing, helping your team prepare. Stuff like that, see? That's why being the king's position is not just a position of authority. You've also got to be developing yourself, practicing these skills, and then making them habitual, making them normal. Amen. You see? And that helps greatly, and it's fun too. It's very fun. You're one team, right? People feel cared for. They feel much more cared for because they're being forewarned about certain situations instead of knowing nothing and just being dragged into it. What the heck? Oh my gosh! What is it? What happened? If that keeps repeating, the kids will get angry. They'll start getting angry at the leadership. They'll start right at the mom and dad. They'll start getting angry at the people. They'll start getting angry at the event. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. So these kind of basic leadership skills too. We got to practice too. We got to practice. Right. If we don't do this, we're not exercising those leadership skills. Then our relationships, the people in our relationships, whether it be if you're leading your wife or your children, they will not feel led. They will feel they're just being dragged along, not led. Are you with me, folks? So that's why that training is so important. That training and being aware of your team, not only yourself, but being aware of your team as you enter into different environments, or we have different events. And you see, you give your queen a debriefing. You give your children a debriefing as they grow, especially teenage years, right? You debrief them and things like that, right? But why would you do such a thing? Because you care about those relationships. Because you don't want those relationships to frizzle and fray. You want to remain tight as a unit. Are you with me, folks? Right? So that's why you care. That's why you be mindful of those things, and you try to do the whatever you can do to help your team succeed as a team. Right? But at the same time, you also care for each one member of your team individually, right? That's why we do the individual days, not group days. Trust me, when you have kids, you have plenty of group days. Trust me, you'll have plenty of group days. Every day is a group day. Okay? But every day is not one-on-one day, so you got to pour into the one-on-one training as your kids grow, okay? They pass 4 or 5 years old. You have to start doing your one-on-one days.